Hey guys, so it's a little hard for me to talk loudly because my voice is like messed up from my throat being so swollen. It hurts to swallow. I haven't posted on here in over a week, and it's been stressing me out, and a lot of people are really worried about me, so I just wanted to make a video explaining like what's been going on health-wise. I don't know if this is normal or not for it to progress like this. This is like one of the weirdest things I've had, but like I've been having really high fevers, like really high, like it got past 105. So I ended up in the hospital for a little bit, which was really scary. It started off a few weeks ago, and by the way, I'm so sorry. I know I look like shit. Like I tried putting makeup on. I can't bring myself to do more than this. A couple weeks ago I was in Virginia with Richie, and I noticed a lymph node in my neck that was really, really big. Like I took a photo of it with my fingers on either side to send to my mom, and it wasn't painful. It was just kind of there, and then it became painful. I was kind of joking about it on live streams because I'm like, what the hell is this thing?
Can you see the lump in my neck right here? I'm poking it. It's huge. If I put my finger on either side of it, it's this big. Can you see it? It's a lymph node, right? So those, it's normal for those to swell up whenever you're sick. And if you guys remember, I was really sick not too long ago. So it makes sense, but it just is a little weird because I'm not sick anymore and then it shows up. So if it's still there whenever I get back to LA in a couple of days, I'll go to a doctor. But it hurts, and it hurts whenever I use my neck muscles, like to sit up out of bed, like I feel it like squeeze. It really is kind of freaking me out.
But then I noticed that I had one on the other side, and that one wasn't quite as big, but it also hurt. And then I had a few just going down, and this went on for like a week, right? No other symptoms. That was it. And then all of a sudden I started getting fevers, and those were horrible. Like, it's like a typical fever, right? Your whole body is achy, you have chills. My chills were violent though, like shaking, kind of scary, nothing like I've ever had. And then I would get my fever, be pretty high. At first it only got to like 102, 103, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. And then it would break, and I would sweat a ton and be normal. And a couple of times I thought it was like a 24-hour virus. I'm like, oh great. My fever broke, I sweated out, I'm fine now. But then I would get it again a few hours later. And this has been going on for 6 days now. 6 days I've been getting fevers, having them break, and then getting them again. I'll get 2 to 3 of these per day. A couple of days ago I went, because I put up with this for about 2 to 3 days, thinking that it would just be something that passed. But then it got to 104.4, and I'm like, that's a super high fever. That's dangerous. Like, I don't want to start frying my brain. So I went to my doctor, and unfortunately my doctor's not in town. I think she's on medical leave. I think she's having a baby or something. She's not in town, so I had to see one of her colleagues. She's in a group of physicians, and he was very nice. And he suspected that I had mono. Which that sucks, but at least, kind of knew what it was. He, did a physical and felt that my spleen was slightly enlarged. It's not terribly enlarged though, according to the people at the hospital. But apparently that's something normal. It's part of your lymphatic system. So if you're fighting something, your lymph nodes get swollen. And if you're fighting something more serious, your spleen can become swollen as well. So I'm not too concerned about that. What I am concerned about is that I've had a fever that gets that high and persists. And then because he thought it was mono is the Epstein-Barr virus, so it's a virus and you can't treat that with antibiotics. He didn't prescribe me any antibiotics, so I just went home. He told me rest, take Tylenol, follow up with me on Tuesday. So I said, fine, that's fine. I went home and I've been so tired and I fell asleep. But when I woke up, my fever had gone away, and I went to the doctor, and then I came home, went to sleep, and when I woke up, it was 105.1. So this made me panic. I've never had a fever this high in my entire life, and that just seems kind of dangerous. So I called my friend Chrissy, and she drove me to the ER. I was there for like a long time. They didn't know what it was. They did a chest x-ray, that was normal. They did my blood work, all of that came back normal. They did a rapid mono test, and that came back negative. Strep test, negative. Everything that they looked for came back negative. Well, blood work is negative for everything, so no idea what the fuck it is. You know, and this is the hospital, right? So they check for everything. They couldn't figure out what this was. Their guess is that it's some kind of mystery bacterial or viral infection that's just really bad, and that it should go away soon. But, you know, it's been a few days since then, and it's not gone. Today I woke up and I had 104.4 again. But, you know, I'm not going to go to my doctor. I'm not going to go to the ER because, like, they're just going to send me home. So here I am with, like, no options. I don't know what to do. My tonsils now are swollen. That's new. Actually, looking at my tonsils makes me think it's bacterial because of the way that it is presenting is something that is pretty specific to a bacterial infection, but who knows? This is a very weird thing. So it's very hard to swallow anything. I'm forcing myself to drink because I don't want to become dehydrated. But I have no appetite. I haven't eaten in a day and a half. I've tried force feeding myself, and it's so painful. I'm gonna probably try to eat soup after this, even though it sounds like torture. I'm just not hungry at all. I've lost weight, which is scary. I've been trying to gain weight, so this is not making me happy. I don't know. I'm sweating right now. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like sweating right now. And actually, if you look at my neck, look at that. You can see this lymph node swollen. You can see these this one here. There it is. You can see it. Swollen. I don't have anything else too swollen. And these are much smaller than they were originally. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to let you guys know what's been going on. I haven't been posting because I've been very sick, and for a while I was in the hospital. I'm sure everyone's gonna try to diagnose me in the comments. Feel free. When I saw the primary care doctor, he ordered me blood work. And then that night I went to the ER and they did blood work, but I still went the next day and got his blood work done because, like, for example, like the hospital did a rapid mono test and he did like the longer one, which I'm guessing would be more accurate. So I'm waiting. I guess I'll get those results on Tuesday, and I hope this ends. I feel very weak. I'm kind of scared. Like today when my fever broke from 104.4, I started like hallucinating slightly, which was terrifying. I kept seeing things out of the corner of my eye. Like I would think a person was there, and then I would turn and like obviously there wasn't. When I was at Richie's, he had mice in his house that we were catching and releasing. So I'm used to seeing like little tiny things scurry very quickly across the floor. I keep seeing that in my apartment, but I know I don't have mice. So I'm going freaking crazy. Everything that I look at that has a pattern, like even something like this, like I'll look at it and somehow I'll see a face in every pattern. That not now, but like when my fever was breaking and I was sweating a bunch, like I was seeing all kinds of shit and I felt like I was losing my mind, which is terrifying. Also, one of the scariest things, when I was at the hospital, they asked me to fill out some paperwork. I had to put down my mom's emergency contact. So I was writing out her phone number and I got it wrong 3 times. Like, I know her number. It was just kind of scary, and like I couldn't walk straight when I was walking in. This is when it was like 105. It's, you know, I'm just scared that like something bad is going to happen as a result of this, or that something else is really wrong with me that's causing this that they haven't figured out yet. Maybe it's not just a bacterial or a viral thing. I don't know. My mind tends to go a little crazy with health things. I've always been a bit of a hypochondriac and a germaphobe. You know, I don't drink after people. I'm very careful with all of those things. I normally have hand sanitizer in my bag. I take 2 to 3 showers a day. I brush my teeth after every meal. Like, I am very careful with that kind of stuff. I've just always been kind of like that. So, you know, people are asking me, you know, who have you been around? I don't know. No one around me is sick. I don't know anybody that's sick. And no one has gotten sick as a result of being around me. Like, Richie's perfectly healthy. But yeah, that's why I've been out of commission for the last, like, week and a half. So I didn't want to just, like, let this, you know, channel die temporarily while I'm going through this. I wanted to, like, just let you know that I'm not okay. I'm very sick. I don't know what this is. And it's really scary that no one can tell me even a hint of, like, what this is. Normally, if it's a flu or something that's going around, the doctor can at least tell you, oh yeah, I've seen this. Like, it's probably just the flu that's been going around or something. But everyone's just like, this is really weird. We've never seen anything like this. And that does not make me feel better. Anyway, I made a vlog about all of this. It's on my second channel, Jaclyn Vlogs. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to see me as I'm suffering through this. I don't know. I post all kinds of shit on that channel, so enjoy. I'm gonna go force feed myself, and that's gonna suck. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.